Hello students, my name is Hitesh Moge. I am head of the maths department in Vidyalankar classes and publications. So today we will be discussing about IOQM 2024 which is on 8th of September. How to prepare for this exam in next 25 days, how to write the exam and which books you can refer to. Okay, so all those things we will be discussing. See, exam का जो registration date है वो आज ही close हो गया है, that is 12th of August. So I hope all of you must have registered for this exam. Application mode is online. The fees was 300 rupees and this is the official website of that exam, that is ioqm.manageexam.com. You can see previous year papers on these websites and all the registration details and everything. You can visit this site for more details. Now, let's talk about the exam pattern. So this exam is on 8th of September. It will be of 3 hours, 100 marks, and each question will have answer from 00 to 99. So it's not an MCQ exam. You have to fill that answer from anything, any integer from 00 to 99. So you can say it's like an MCQ exam with 100 options, right? Okay. Now the first 10 questions will be relatively easy. Obviously, as you guys know, the exam is not that easy. But yes, out of the remaining questions, these 10 questions will be relatively easy. They are of 2 marks. Next 10 questions will be of 3 marks, and the last 10 questions will be of 5 marks each. The really tough ones. If we talk about the syllabus, they don't prescribe any particular syllabus. Okay, but based on last many years of papers, what we have concluded is that they mainly ask questions on number theory, geometry, and combinatorics. So you can expect around 7 to 9 questions out of 30 questions on number theory, which includes variety of topics. We'll discuss about those things. Then geometry, which has around 8 to 10 questions in this paper. Last year, I think there were 10 questions on geometry itself. Combinatorics, that is permutation, combination, counting. So उसपे 5 to 6 questions आ जाते हैं. And then there are miscellaneous topics of algebra like binomial theorem, sequence series, inequalities. There are n number of topics which like have 1 or 2 questions on that particular topic. Now, if you talk about number theory, in number theory, what you should learn, what you should study, right? As such, see, I mean, school level पे तुमने जो GCD, LCM, divisibility test वो सब किए हैं, वो एक बार revise कर लो. Then there is one new concept in number theory which is most of the time not taught in school. That is modulo congruency. Okay, again, it's like connected to divisibility and remainders and all. So modulo congruency you will have to read from your reference books of IOQM. Connected to that, there are theorems like Fermat's theorem, Fermat's Little theorem, Wilson's theorem, Euler-Stoichern theorem, which is related to divisors and all. So these things you need to learn, and standard properties of algebra taught at school level. Any good IOQM book will have this topic, number theory. If we go to the next topic, that is geometry, again very very important theorem. Topic. See, in geometry, so you should study about properties of circles, triangles, quadrilaterals, congruency. I mean congruency of triangles, similarity of triangles. All these things, जितनी भी circles की properties है school level पे, वो सब देख लो. तो 8, 9, 10th स्टैंडर्ड का जो प्योर ज्योमेट्री के जो टॉपिक्स हैं, उसकी जितनी भी प्रॉपर्टीज हैं, करोलरीज हैं, थ्योरम्स हैं, दैट यू शुड चेक. देन उसके बाद सम पर्टिकुलर थ्योरम्स related to IOQM like Siva's theorem, Menelau's theorem, Stewart's theorem, area ratio formula, basic proportionality theorem. So all these things you need to revise, you need to study for the geometry part of IOQM. Also in geometry, they may expect a bit of knowledge of trigonometry connected to triangles like sine rule, cosine rule, other few properties, for example, area of a triangle, projection formula. So these kind of things, the trigonometry which is connected to geometry, not like complete trigonometric identities wala part, but the trigonometry which is directly connected with triangles. तो वो तुमको एक बार देखना पड़ेगा. Now the third topic, that is permutation combination, or we call it combinatorics. Now it's a huge topic and it's one of the most complicated topics of IOQM. To do this topic on your own is sometimes difficult. You need a coach, you need a guide who can help you with this topic. So you just see how you are going to do this topic. It includes n number of subtopics, but some main subtopics are gap method, string method, Beggar's theorem, principle of inclusion exclusion, which also contains derangement formula, recurrence relations. इस पे भी कई बार क्वेश्चन आया हुआ है. Pigeon hole principle, divisors, exponents. These are some of the main things you have to do in this topic. Now, the miscellaneous topics which I was talking about, कि जिससे दो तीन या एक दो questions आते हैं, those topics are inequalities, quadratic equations, sequence series, simultaneous equations, functions, binomial. Okay, इन सब topics का भी basic knowledge होना जरूरी है. तो inequalities में you can refer Cauchy-Schwarz inequality, Chebyshev inequality, arithmetic mean greater than geometric mean, greater than harmonic mean, that inequality, and plus few more inequalities you can learn, like root mean square inequality, etc. Quadratic equations, it would be better if you go through the entire topic of this, like when are the roots real, when are unreal, what is the rule of discriminant, then condition of one common root, and all those things related to quadratic equation, bit of knowledge of absolute value function, that is modulus function. Sequence series में you should go through arithmetic progression, geometric progression, even harmonic progression, arithmetico-geometric progression, then the progressions whose differences are in AP, whose differences are in GP. All those kind of progressions you should check out. Then what else? Telescopic series. There is a series called telescopic series. Okay, so that you should read. Then in simultaneous equations, they ask variety of questions. So there is no specific theory as such, but you should solve sufficient number of problems on simultaneous equations to be like comfortable with this topic. Especially Diophantine equations, where the variables are more and the equation is less. That kind of questions you should solve. फंक्शंस बहुत वास्ट टॉपिक है. ऑब्वियसली हम पूरा नहीं कर सकते और पूरा शायद IOQM लेवल पे लगेगा भी नहीं. मे बी एट डेमो लेवल यू नीड टू डू फंक्शंस इन डिटेल, बट एट IOQM लेवल you can study one on two functions, many one functions, then range, domain, all these things you should have knowledge about this. And some particular functions like greatest integer function, modulus function, fractional function, ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक फंक्शंस, इनके रेंज डोमेन तुमको पता होने चाहिए. Binomial theorem, you just read the theorem and solve very basic level of questions on it. See how to find the general term of a binomial expansion, etc. Okay, now what should be your preparation strategy for the next 20-25 days you have in hand? So see, if you have not prepared for this exam that much and you just have 25 days, obviously the exam is difficult and it require thorough preparation. But what best you can do in the last 25 days is you cover theory of only important topics and have a look at relevant solved examples by 22nd to 24th of August. So today is, let's say, 12th of August. Okay, in next 10 to 12 days you read theory or properties related to geometry, combinatorics, and number theory, and solve at least basic level questions, pre-RMO level questions on these topics. Okay, then in next 8 to 10 days, that is from 23rd August to 30th of August, you should solve higher level questions. You should solve IOQM level questions, so where you can like refer previous pre-RMO papers, previous IOQM papers, those things you can refer to. And after 30th August, that is from 31st August to 6th of September, every day you should sit for 3 hours and you should give one either mock test or previous year questions paper, previous year question paper of IOQM. So at least 4 to 5 papers you should give, so that you will understand the time management required in that exam. You will understand the level of difficulty of that exam. So this should be your ideal strategy for the next 25 days in case you have not covered majority of the topics so far. Those who have done their preparation, those might be giving IOQM for the second time, or you have already studied in detail about these topics. what you can do is कि you revise theory, properties, whatever has been taught to you once again and solve questions at IOQM level till 25th of August. Okay, solve higher level questions and from reference books. I'll guide you with what reference books you can refer to till 25th of August. After that, for 10 to 12 days, you give one paper every day. Either it can be a mock test of some coaching institute or in some reference book, or it can be a previous year question paper which is available on the IOQM website. Okay, so if you give 10 papers, you will be sufficiently prepared for this exam. 2023 IOQM which was held last year, उसका हमने detailed analysis including detailed video solutions and all upload किया है विद्यालंकार की website पे. We will provide you the link in the description of this video, so you can first you solve that 2023 paper towards like the end of the August, and then you refer those solutions, so you will understand what strategies are required to solve these questions. Okay. So that video is prepared by me and Shantanu sir, who is another maths faculty in Vidyalankar. So it's in detailed solutions are provided for that paper. Okay, some general tips. So it's a tough exam. Last year the cutoff was just 10 or 11 marks out of 100. So you can imagine what kind of exam it must be, that you just solve 3 to 4 questions correct out of 30 questions and you qualify the first stage. So it is a difficult exam. Need not get like take too much stress. You just try to perform your best. Try to get at least 4 to 5 questions correct of 3 marks or 5 mark section. Or maybe initially, see, that's what we have written, that you know try to solve as many 2 marks question as you can. इनिशियली जो क्वेश्चंस होते हैं वो थोड़ा उनका डिफिकल्टी लेवल कम होता है. अगर वहां पे तुम 7-8 क्वेश्चंस करेक्ट कर जाओ तो तुम्हारे काफी चांसेस है IOQM क्लियर करने के. So you seek guidance. It's a tough exam. You need a coach. You need a like teacher to teach you for IOQM. Be in touch with the coach. Prepare with utmost sincerity. Study for 7 to 8 hours on holidays. In next 25 days, I'm suggesting you this, that you need to give time to this exam. If you want to clear this exam, if you want to appear for the next stage, that is RMO, you need to give 7 to 8 hours on holidays, like 15th August or Rakhi, and at least 3 to 4 hours on school days. Solve any one reference book and attempt at least 5 to 6 previous IOQM papers before for the actual exam. One reference book would be sufficient for like 20-25 days. Focus on understanding the concepts thoroughly and don't rely on any shortcuts. See, IOQM is such an exam which जहाँ पे तुम कोई shortcut apply नहीं कर पाओ. तुम्हारा अगर understanding of concepts बहुत clear होगा, see it's like 100 options are there. 00 to 99 कुछ भी answer हो सकता है. तो guesswork or any kind of shortcut obviously is not going to help you in this exam. Some reference books, Problem Primer for Olympiad, very good book when it comes to problem solving. Excursion in Mathematics, good book for theory as well as problems. Challenge and Thrill of Pre-College Mathematics. Pathfinder for Olympiad Mathematics. There is one more Pathfinder for IOQM and 3RMO. Or Mathematical Circles, again a very good book to start with. So any one of these reference book, you just if you don't have, you just purchase this, or if you have already this book, then start solving questions from this book. Okay, what precautions or what care you have to take during the exam while giving the paper? See, cutoff of IOQM, just now I told you, is very low. So you have to be selective. You need not, you should not get stuck to any particular question. कि नहीं मतलब क्वेश्चन के साथ इमोशनल अटैचमेंट मत बनाओ कि मुझे तो ये टॉपिक तो मेरा स्ट्रांग है तो ये क्वेश्चन तो मुझसे होना ही चाहिए. Although you are getting sufficient time, 30 questions, 180 minutes, and obviously you are not going to attempt all the questions. So you might be getting around 8 to 10 minutes per question. Okay, so that is sufficient. तो अगर उसमें भी नहीं हो रहा है, 7-8 मिनट के बाद भी वो क्वेश्चन नहीं हो रहा है ना, तो then move on to the next question. There are 30 questions, right? So you just attempt all the questions and be selective during the exam. Try to get maximum 2 to 3 marks question correct, as 5 marks question would be very time consuming. They will be definitely of the higher difficulty level. So 2 to 3 marks question also comprises of 50% of the paper, right? So उसमें भी अगर हम 25 marks ले आए, 30 marks ले आए, तो there is quite a good chance that we'll clear the first level. Avoid any calculation mistake. Always read the last line of the question once again before marking the final answer. This is something which I always tell all my students, be it JE Advanced, JE Main, IOQM. Before marking your final answer, it just take 10 seconds. Read the last line of the question. तुमने अरिथमेटिक प्रोग्रेशन का तुम क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर रहे हो, डी का वैल्यू निकाला, और डी जनरली हम कॉमन डिफरेंस के लिए यूज करते हैं, एंड यू मार्क द आंसर, बट मे बी द एपी विच यू हैव टेकन उसका कॉमन डिफरेंस 2D है, ओके, या तुमने के का वैल्यू निकाल लिया, क्वेश्चन में लास्ट में एकदम 2K का वैल्यू पूछा है, तो वो देख लिया करो एक बार. ऑलवेज रीड द लास्ट लाइन ऑफ द क्वेश्चन बिफोर मार्किंग योर फाइनल आंसर. Since there is no negative marking, make sure that you write all the answers. कुछ भी छोड़ के मत आना. 30 में से अगर तुमने 15 ही क्वेश्चन किए हैं, तो भी बाकी के 15 क्वेश्चंस में कुछ तो आंसर लिख के आ जाना. 02, 05, 21, लाइक कुछ भी क्लू नहीं है तो अपना फेवरेट नंबर लिख दो, बट डोंट लीव एनी क्वेश्चन एज देयर इज नो नेगेटिव मार्किंग. For single digit answers like 2, 5, etc., you have to write answers in 0 to 05 format. They expect you to write the answer in 2 digits. Be prepared mentally that the exam is going to be tough. You have to just perform your best without bothering much about the final result. IOQM के multiple attempts होते हैं. If you are not able to clear it in 9th, you can again give it in 10th. If you are not able to clear it in 10th, you can again give it in 11th. So you just try to perform your best, and during the exam, absolutely don't worry about the final result या बाकियों का कैसा जा रहा है पेपर. Don't think about those things. You just try to solve those 30 questions in that span of time. So guys, best of luck, and do your best. After the IOQM, we will again upload a video of IOQM solutions. Okay, thanks.